external surroundings. Take, for example, the voice of the divine feminine in an ancient text that dates back to the 1st century titled The Thunder, Perfect Mind. Verse 30 to 31 reads, "Since what is your inside is your outside, and what you see on the outside, you see revealed on the inside." So I've made a spiritual practice of going within and trusting what that small, unassuming voice has to say. And then I believe it enough to take action on its directives. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene, translated from both Greek and Coptic, contains wisdom that Mary received from Jesus in a vision. She even reveals how she sees or receives this and other visions of Jesus. Then there's a passage at the end where Peter, aka the Rock, doubts everything Mary recounts. His primary peeve is that he can't believe or begin to understand why Jesus would reveal all this secret wisdom to Mary, a woman. In other words, the sheer fact that Mary Magdalene is a woman should have invalidated her from being the one to receive these visions. And yet, somehow, it made her the perfect disciple because she could see Jesus in this very inward, mystical way. Levi comes to Mary's defense and demands, if the Saviour considered her worthy, who are you to disregard her? I see Code Red and what Lisa is creating as a part of a zeitgeist, a rising, a reparation, a 21st century response to this 1st or 2nd century question. Who are we to disregard the divine feminine? On a soul level, since I was a little girl, it has felt like a sacred obligation to honor the feminine attributes in men and women, to respect the wisdom of the human body, to acknowledge the inherent worth and dignity of being female, to remember the holy power and healing that's innate to the sexual energies we all contain. And it has felt so crucial to acknowledge the sacred in what we've considered mundane or even shameful about our very human lives. The Swiss psychologist Carl Jung wrote extensively about alchemy. Alchemy is an ancient practice of transmuting base metals into gold. It's also a metaphor for the psychological process of transforming pain into love, of becoming whole. The 4th and final stage of the alchemical process is called the libido, which means the redness or the reddening. It's when the ego merges with the self, when the light and dark within us unite, or when our suffering finally turns into much-needed wisdom. The libido is when what's sacred and timeless can be here with us in this fleeting, everyday moment. This alchemical stage is what Code Red gives us the spiritual tools to be able to do, to walk with inherent worth and dignity as a powerful priestess, no matter how messy or human the moment we find ourselves in. Introduction. I bleed every month for 5 days and don't die. Seriously, don't tell me I'm not a fucking superhero. Lisa Lister, day 25 of her cycle. So, there's a code. It's ancient, it's deeply spiritual, and more than that, it's powerful, fiercely powerful. So powerful that it has barely been spoken for 3,000 plus years. Menstruation. Yep, your period is way more than the PMS, carb cravings, and fierce rage that you may experience each month. Your menstrual cycle, period, bleed, insert whatever you choose to call your time of the month here, is actually a 4-part code that, once cracked, will uncover a series of monthly superpowers. You can use these to enhance your relationships with lovers and others, build a better business, have incredible sex, and create a bloody amazing life. Until now, your monthly bleed might simply have indicated whether you were pregnant or not. You may get such painful cramps and suffer so much discomfort that the idea of finding love for your cycle makes you want to punch me in the face. And many of us have been taught it's shameful and/or embarrassing to bleed. Tampon adverts tell us our period is Mother Nature's curse. Some advertising campaigns turn our blood into blue water to sanitize the process, to distance and disconnect us from our own blood. While others have made our bleed time look like it's the perfect opportunity for high-energy pursuits like rollerblading, sailing, and riding roller coasters while wearing an all-white ensemble. It's no wonder so many of us have such resentment towards our menstrual cycle, which is why I totally get that beginning to appreciate or even, dare I say it,